Hi guys, welcome. If you're new, hi, welcome to my channel. If you're not, double hi. Thank you for sticking around, for returning to watch my videos. Please like, subscribe, and today's video, I'm gonna be having a conversation, so feel free to leave your comments in the comments section. Yes, and share the video with your friends. Discuss it. Spread the word. I went for Casey Anna gathering of youths. What's great? These sessions were all amazing. But this one, I just feel like it's an analogy that I'm going to be thinking about for a long time. It felt like it answered a lot of questions. And so I just want to bring it to you.
And leave his father and mother and shall be joined to his wife. There are very few scriptures that are repeated like this in the Bible. Each person's life that wants to go into a relationship is already complete before somebody else comes in. So if I am a man now and I'm expecting a woman to come into my life is already complete. My 24 hours of the day is complete. My friendship is complete. So if I have 5 friends, all of us 5 friends, we know ourselves, relate together. All of us are at the same level. So if somebody is coming into our midst, I need to intentionally create space for that person that is coming. That is the law of cleavage. But the problem is creating space for the person that is coming. 5 brothers from this row. Let me show you something. Okay. Hold your hand and surround me. Form a big circle. Are you all seeing me? This is my life. My life as a single person. I have my father. I have my mother. I have my younger ones. I have my friends. I have everybody, my neighbor. And then God says that a lady is my wife. And the lady is now coming into my life. Can I have a lady who is as pretty as my wife? Okay. Did I ask you to open hand for her? So this is now the lady that God is bringing into my life. You see what is happening? On the wedding day, they want to join us together. On that wedding day, I am still like this. Then she also is like this. 6 ladies come from here. Form a big circle. This is the problem of so many marriages you see. So on the wedding day, the minister comes to join us together. The minister will not break this circle for us. So some of you conduct the wedding now. And hand out, I say from today, you have been declared husband. She's not my wife. I'm not her husband though. Her husband is on the way. My wife is in the house. But for the purpose of this seminar, the minister will now join us together like this. And then they will go their way. They have created a problem for us. They will just announce that all the families, please give them chance. Mommy, don't disturb them again. No. They will go their way. Yeah, go your way. So this is wedding day. On the wedding day, as we are dancing, this is how we are dancing. No. I'm still in the midst of my own friend. She's in the midst of our own friends. They are protecting her. And my friends who are protecting me. And on the wedding day, physically, the friends will go home, but they are still like this. My parents will go home, they are still like this. God says, for marriage to work, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother. It didn't say father and mother shall leave the man. No. The Bible did not say father and mother should leave them. And in those days, the closest relation you have is father and mother. If it is today, the Bible will say, for this cause shall a man leave his father, his mother, his friend, his younger brother, his younger sister, his social media contacts, his Facebook friends, his Instagram friends, because until this one is broken, this union cannot hold. So you have people who are in a relationship, and then they have not been able to break this one. So anytime something happens, you are frowning today, says that sister Jare, she's giving you a headache. Say, how can you allow a woman to be giving you a headache like that? You will deal with her. Let me hear your voice. Say, deal with her.
Deal with her.
I will go and report to our friends too. They'll say, we have told you not to marry that brother. Most relationship breaks because man is not willing to leave, to cleave to the wife. The man shall leave his father and mother. You will break it. And your wife too will say, I'm going to meet my husband. And cleave to his wife. If you are not ready to cleave, don't be anxious to leave. If you are not ready to cleave, don't be anxious to leave. Because cleaving is for those who have left.
Oh God, this one is so funny because it's such a simple line that I feel like I should go and paste on my wall and open my eyes very well to see. I've been telling my mom a lot this year that I don't understand how, as a generation, there's now this argument of celebrate everything. It's not that why do we lift marriage as higher than all the other achievements. Please achieve all your achievements in this life. But I've never really understood it because it's very, very different. It's they, they are not, I don't know, we can't really compare them from my perspective. For the first time in your life, somebody becomes the most important person in your life. Like you can pick. Before, you couldn't pick. You couldn't. The relationship with your family members was what it was. Especially if you come from a healthy home, you're not going to say, "Oh, my mom is more important than my dad. Oh, my sister is more important than my brother." But all of a sudden, you have to pick. Like this one is not you have to pick. You get married and it's like my husband is the most important person in my life, like forever. Thank God, obviously. And I don't know, maybe it was just something that just occurred to me. I was like, we take it with so much levity. There's the entire aspect of the church and mummies and daddies in your life, thinking that once you're done with school, that's the next thing. And I'm just wondering, but this thing he said, it has made me realize that we need to do a lot more with preparing us as single people while we're still single with the cleaving part, because the reality is, as watching it was just like wow, like I could feel for the friends, like in the reality of things everybody's going to be happy for you obviously, but something has changed. If we're using this pictorial or visual analogy, something has changed. No matter how hard you try to keep things the same, something has changed, something that you made change by yourself. Oh God did. I don't know how to put it. I don't know. And I just think I'm going to do poster board now and just hang it on my wall. If you're not ready to cleave, don't leave. Cleaving is for people who have left. And cleaving is God's idea of marriage. Like that is what it's supposed to look like. You guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this matter. I just felt like it was an analogy that should be talked about a lot more often. I don't. Is it something that you have seen before? This was the first time I was saying this kind of analogy in any marriage or relationship seminar, and I know that it's imprinted in my heart and in my head. And then now it's gonna be on my channel. The thing I wanted to discuss is the danger of a single story or the dangers of hearing parts of a story.
2 months, she's still praying about it. 6 months, she's still praying about it. 1 year, she's still praying about it. If you are a brother, you are at the hand of a sister like that, God will deliver you in the name of Jesus. Ransom. She's not praying, no. She's just saying, I'm praying about it. Saying that one day he will get fed up, he will go and look for another one. Times ago, God told me the woman I was supposed to marry. And I went to propose to this woman I was supposed to marry. And when I proposed to this woman, she looked at me from up to down and said, I don't want to marry you. I said, go and pray about it. He said, I don't need to pray about it. The answer is no. I said, please go and pray about it. He said, no, the answer is no. I can't pray about it. And she was saying no, first month, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. I'll go back to God in prayer. God, what are you saying? God says, go back to her. I'll go back to her. She will say no. I go back to God. God said, go back to her. I go back to her. She said no. She was saying no, consistently no. Constantly no, continuously no, unending no, for 9 solid years. I said, God, And at the 9th year, she said yes. The same woman is in my house now for the past 18 years.
That word sounds weird, but chased his wife for 9 years. And immediately I heard it, I was like, what are we teaching in the congregation? Please. He said he knew that this was his wife. God had told him that, and they used to say God has told them that this is their wife. And first year, second year, third year. I was waiting for the part where he says he gave up and God brought his wife. But we are counting fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, and on the 9th year. I was like, what how we be like, and we're sure God said it. Thankfully, in the Q&A session, someone asked in that question, so are you saying, shout out to people who ask questions, and in this life, I feel like that scenario taught me how important it is to ask questions, and how also when we are communicating stuff, the dangers of miscommunication, because he couldn't go into the details while he was ministering. That was not the point of his ministration. Turns out they were both in school. They may not have been young, they may not have been underage, but they were both in school. She was a medical student. He said she had reasons, and a lot of reasons why she said no all those years. It wasn't like, oh, she was actually saying, no, you're not my spec, God forbid. But he was already in ministry, and she was like, she's a career woman, she's going to be a doctor. Shout out to my women in scrubs. Didn't know how that was going to work. She's going to be busy woman, and she didn't know how a home like that would run. But the thing that stood out for me was that they were both in school. Quite alright. Like God did say, those 9 years, there could have been a lot that God wanted to do in their lives, like individually, work on their perspective, their mindsets, their characters. So he was just giving him a heads up with your go ahead, do. God was also aware that it's not happening now. Anyways, what I took from that session was one, ask questions. Two, sometimes the wait is because there are other things going on in your life that God needs to settle, and going into the relationship in that moment wouldn't have been wasn't just it. So then it was just time and the season. Well, I guess because he also knows God's voice very well, he was certain, because I was like 9 years, 9 years ago, 9 years from now, like that's a lot of time. But I'm guessing because he's so certain, I'm like, I need to become very certain of God's voice. So it was so certain. It wasn't like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm going to do my own thing now. I'm going to look for someone else and come and show you and say, Lord, is this fine? But he was like, he was so sure that this is who God said so. Guys, I did this 360 thing, which you've probably seen on YouTube shorts now, and I just like opportunities to check things off my list and be like, okay, I've done this thing before. And I'm so glad that it brought it to Casey. Shout out to David, Shego, all of you. I don't know if they watch these videos. Busy youths. I've done 360 now. If I see it at wedding, it may not be doing me that, oh, let's do, especially because I was shy. I'm like, I'll be dancing in front of people. So yeah, that's it guys for Casey. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. We'll see you in the next one.